Suba Olosholang. Welcome back to Nkaulele. I'm Nasha. This is the home of entertainment. Well, if you haven't previously watched about the Daasanach tribe, it is good that you click the link up here so that you can be able to watch, so you understand where I'm coming from with the story that we're going to have today. First, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for all those that have been able to subscribe to my channel. Asanteni sana. So if you're new here and you have not subscribed to NkauleleTV Kenya, kindly take a second or two, go and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like, share, leave a comment down below, and kindly hit the notification bell so you can be notified each time we do an upload. Now, having coffee in the Dassanech community is basically a sign of wealth. So, if you have a lot of coffee, the wealthier you are. And this is because also in the Dassanech community, coffee is the only way you entertain your guests. So today I'm going to take you through some rituals that the Dassanech practice with the coffee. So stick to the end of the video so that you can understand who the Dassanech are and also what they do is the rituals that they do with the coffee that they have. The Dassanech people prepare their coffee at home. Unless there is an harvest, then it is prepared in the countryside, the shamba, or whatever most of the people are at that particular time. Otherwise, coffee is only prepared in their huts. Secondly, the coffee that the Dassanech men take should always be prepared by a wife, the owner of the home. So if for instance, your wife is not at home, then the man cannot prepare coffee for himself, one, or the kids, two, and also cannot have coffee on his own. So the only rightful way is to go to the neighbor's home where the wife, now to the neighbor, can be able to prepare coffee for him. The other thing is when they take their coffee, you cannot take coffee alone. You have to be in the company of someone else. So if it's a wife and the husband is not home and she wants to take coffee, then she will have to call her acquaintances, her friends, so that they can come and have coffee together. So basically coffee in this community is an entertainment thing. It is not something you can just take like a kawaida brew in the house, just take it alone. Thirdly, when they have their coffee, you cannot take one mug of coffee and then you leave. No, you have to take at least 2 and above. And whoever takes one mug of coffee is believed that ata lose an eye, because that person is like mean, selfish. They don't think of other people. There's a saying, there's a very popular saying in the Dassanech that says, food is something you eat fast and you finish, but coffee is something you take slow and should take time. Meaning it is an entertainment that you have with friends. Basically, they believe that when you're taking coffee, you should be able to relax with friends and enjoy. While taking coffee, there is a way they sit in their huts. The women sit on the right side of the hut, the men sit on the left side of the hut, the elderly ones sit almost towards the entrance of the hut, and then the young ones, they sit in the middlemost of the corners. While serving the coffee, the woman will prepare the coffee and start serving. First, they will start with the men, then the ladies, the elderly, then the kids. Of course, in every home, the cups are not always enough. So what happens is the young ones will always wait for the elder ones to finish their coffee so that the cups can be washed and then they can have their coffee. So towards maybe the coffee, now they have already served it and it's almost, you know, finishing. The wife who has prepared the coffee gives up a heads up, like it's almost time, like the coffee is out. So that makes the people that were taking the coffee to start, you know, stop ordering for more coffee, one, and then two, they're supposed to say, now like mine is enough. So that the wife who had prepared can stop serving them, because she just shows some sort of warning, like it's about coffee inaisha. Then the others now will respond with a positive saying of, yeah, mine is full, I've had enough for the day. The other thing is, once you cannot take the whole coffee mpaka ile ya chini kabisa imeisha, because there's that coffee that has been in the pot to bring all that time, because she's preparing as many as the guests are coming in. She has to keep preparing more and more and more. But now you cannot take the whole of it till the end of the cup, like you finished it. No, what happens, there is always some that is left. This one has brewed a bit longer than whatever has already been taken. Now this is special coffee known as malaise, M-E-L-E-S. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So that is purposely left for the wife who prepared the coffee. Once she's done, now she can clean her utensils, and that is the end of the coffee meeting for that particular day. Well, our topic for the day is the rituals the Dassanech tribe practice with their coffee. So there are 3 very significant rituals that the Dassanech use for their rites. Number 1, they pour on the ground. Number 2, they spit with saliva, and they wash their arms. So I'll take you through each and every of those rituals, then we'll be done with the Dassanech tribe. So number 1, pouring on the ground. So the elder member of the that particular gathering will take some coffee and then mix it with tobacco, and then go throwing it, pouring on the ground of the hut, round it. He will be invoking the name of the ancestors, and then he will be saying, come and have coffee and chew some tobacco. So why do they do this? They pour coffee on the ground and tobacco because they are trying to pray God for help. They're like asking their ancestors for favors. So during that particular time when the older person is doing that, everyone else is asking, you know, for a favor. Yeah. And apparently you have to do that before you take your coffee, because once you don't do that, the ancestors are angry because they feel like they have been neglected and forgotten. So the ancestors, without having the coffee and tobacco, can actually cause misfortune in that particular community. So the pouring of coffee and tobacco on the ground is a very, very important ritual in the Dassanech family. Number 2 is the throwing of saliva, or also known as spit. Well, what happens again, an elder man who is in that particular sitting will take some coffee in his mouth and swell it in his mouth, alafu he'll be spitting it, like spitting it in the air. Okay, that particular ritual is actually asking God, because they'll spit it in the air and also to the wife that has prepared the coffee. This is like a prayer so that God can protect that family's wealth and give them more kettle and more coffee, because now this family has welcomed them to their place. So they're like, you're blessing them and asking for favor now on their behalf. This particular ritual is also very, very important, especially for the wife who has prepared the coffee, because these are now people coming to your house and they are blessing you. Kind of something like this. I don't know how they do it, but anyway, now you understand what I mean. Number 3, the Amosh ritual. Basically also done by an elder person. So what they do is they take the coffee that they've already had. Say you've already had like up to 3 or even more cups of coffee, and you're feeling like you're almost full. So you take a cup of coffee and you wash your arms. Okay, you wash your arms in the middle of the house where now the kids were sitting. Hapo kwa center, you go wash your hands like this with the coffee. Why do they do this? They believe that sweat, especially from an elderly person, mixed with the coffee, will appease the ancestors, because it is believed that sweat from an elder person is a blessing. Okay, so once they do that, it is like they are blessing that family again, the wife and the kids, because they have already shared something. Now they are asking that, you know, their gods, their ancestors will be able to give back now. The way that sweat and the need they have been given generously, they can also, you know, bring back to the family that already has welcomed them to their house. Now, another ritual where the coffee ritual takes place is during the naming of a newborn child. So what happens? The new mother now will welcome her friends, you know, people that are around there, so that they can come and celebrate the blessing that she has received. So what will happen is she will be holding her child on one arm, go to the center of the hut and start preparing coffee. As she is preparing coffee and serving, the people that will be taking the coffee will be spitting on her and the child. This is basically praying for wealth, prosperity and success for both the mother and the child that is just born. Now, during the marriage ceremony as well, a day before the wedding, the family, the groom's side of the family will take their best coffee from home and take it to present it now to the bride's side of the family. If the bride's family will appreciate and are okay with go ahead of the wedding, then they will accept the coffee. But if they don't, then that means they are dissatisfied with the groom's behavior or something maybe from the family, so the coffee will be taken back. So having fine coffee and accepted, you know, by the bride's family means something very, very big, you know, for the Dassanech men. Once they have accepted the coffee, now they have approved like there will be some sort of marriage, then a castrated sheep is cooked, it's prepared. Now in the same heart where the blessings will be mentioned, the fat from that sheep will be applied on the bride's shoulders, you know, now to cover her and protect her and all that, while the men will be enjoying the meat from that particular sheep. Again, once they have now approved all that, during the wedding ceremony, women will be preparing coffee for the men, and then the men will be now blessing the new couple in town with the same coffee that now will be prepared by the many women. So they'll be spitting blessings because now it is a big day, it is a marriage ceremony, and that is how they actually appreciate big things. Finally, after the wedding, the husband will give the wife's mother a sheep and a big sack of coffee again to just basically appreciate the mother raising a beautiful daughter for him to marry. That is how the Dassanech take coffee very, very seriously. Now I hope you have learned one or two things about rituals in the Dassanech community and also how they use their coffee. Now, as you enjoy taking your mug of coffee every morning or whatever time it is you have, you know, your time to enjoy yours, I hope you can be able to, you know, also have a story with your coffee. It is good that coffee can bring people together, right? Well, it has been an amazing time with me here narrating to you this particular story. I've had fun. Kindly, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please just go down there and subscribe. Do not forget to leave a comment. Do not forget to like and share with your friends as well. Until next time, take care of yourself and I'll see you again soon.